It's estimated more than 18,000 were killed in a massive explosion and fire at a dairy farm in the Panhandle. This is a look at what is left of that farm now in Dimmitt, northwest of Lubbock. One worker was taken to the hospital. Right now, officials still trying to figure out exactly what started that fire. Now, officials say a number of the animals survived Monday night's explosion and have been moved to a separate area. According to the Animal Welfare Institute, the blaze is the deadliest fire involving cattle since the team started tracking barn fires in 2013.
Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahashum Rakakodash. As always, double honors to our apostles, our elders at Great Millstone that taught us his truth and who rule well through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Shalom, peace and love to you, Akim, that are hazarding your lives being prophets and teachers to help edify the elect, pushing and teaching the true words of knowledge and understanding the true breakdowns of the scriptures. And to the rest of you believers, you Akim, few Akwathium and children who believe and are waiting for these last but final prophecies to happen. All right, you may have seen it, you may have not seen it, but there's a report, all right, that comes out of Texas, all right, in which a dairy farm, all right, has experienced an explosion that killed 18,000 cows, all right, at a Texas dairy farm. So massive explosion, fire kills 18,000 cows at Texas dairy farm, and this happened April 12th, all right, 2023, the year that all the hopeful prophecies of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua come to pass. Now, coincidentally, this is happening in the midst of, world reset, or, climate control or climate change and things of that nature, in which they having talks about switching people from eating beef to chicken and, switching from eating chicken to bugs and things of that nature. And ultimately, this is really, a war on food, because when you control the food and what people can consume and the resources that they can buy, then basically that gives you more control over the people. So honestly, in my opinion, I believe that this was an attack. I don't think that this happened coincidentally. I don't think that it happened as a mistake. I think that it was an actual deliberate situation that happened, and that's my opinion on that. Now, it says an explosion at a Texas dairy farm killed tens of thousands of cows on Monday night, according to authorities. An explosion spread to the barn of the South Fork Dairy Farm in Dimmitt, where the blaze killed over 18,000 cattle and critically injured a dairy farm worker and who has been hospitalized. Sheriff Sarah Rivera says the fire from the explosion spread to the building where they haul cattle before bringing them into the milking area and into the holding pen. All right, because of this, Sheriff Rivera says only a small percentage of cows survive. Your count probably is close to that. There's somewhat that survive. There's some that are probably injured to the point where they have to be destroyed, said Castro County Sheriff Sarah Rivera. All right, which there's a video, of the explosion. There's a video of a news article. Even Jeremiah Babe has spoken on this. All right, so a lot of people that will be expecting milk, ain't going to get no milk. And then also expect, the prices of milk maybe to go up as well. You had something not too long ago where they were speaking about killing feral cows. Feral cows would be cows, or bulls that are not domesticated. So they roam freely. All right, because of the whole climate situation. So there's really an attack that's going on. All right. It says right here, this comes amid of a mysterious spat of fires, explosions, and cyber attacks on food depots, processing plants over the last year. Disasters like diseases and heat waves have also been wiping out chickens and livestock and gnarl supply chains from residential devolk policies have led to food shortages in the U.S. All right, which there's a particular website that I got this information from. All right, and to say it in the backwards way, it's Wars Info. Okay, and you can go and check it out. I'll put it within the description box. All right, so that you can look at it yourself. Now, going from here, to a few scriptures, which one of the scriptures that came to mind, because ultimately, as it states within the book of Second Ezra, and let's go here first. All right, this is the time that we're living in. This is the book of Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, and starting at around the 11th verse. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues, and punishments of Yahweh shall bring upon it. And we're seeing, as was said within the article, heat waves. All right, cattle are being struck down and killed by lightning bolts. All right, cattle are being killed by, fire. Cattle are being affected by diseases, by murrains. All right, on top of animals being euthanized. All right, we're seeing an attack on the food supply. There's a war on food right now. All right, a plague against the animals and against life is Esau Edom. All right, who's been given a great sword. All right, and that sword is broad. All right, as it states within the movie, what is that movie called? Enemy of State, I believe. All right, he said that when you call in the military is a broad sword, not a scalpel. So you don't call in the military for a surgical, procedures. All right, or to be by the book, if you will want to put it that way. Or you don't call in the military for tedious, things. Basically, they're going to get shit done violently. And this is the attitude of Esau Edom in a sense, all right, which his sword is broad, and he uses, technology. He uses diseases. He uses many different particular things to bring about death, all right, upon the human and livestock. So reading on, it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people. Well, that's it. I think I made a mistake and jumped down too far. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and for fearful consolation. So we're in this time. All right, there's a plague upon crops and a plague upon animals. All right, and if there's not a physical plague, such as a murrain, you have Esau Edom killing them. All right, but the Heavenly Father is truly judging Egypt again. All right, this place is being visited. Now, the book of Exodus, all right, the 9th chapter speaks, about murrains and things of that nature as well. It says this in Exodus 9:3, behold, the hand of Yahweh is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, and upon the camels, and upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. And there shall be a very grievous murrain. All right, so animals get sick too. And something is going to happen, when these animals will be poisoned and sick as well. I mean, I already believe that they're putting shit within, the animals. They're talking about even doing something with the mRNA, the mRNA, and giving particular shots and things like that to the animals. So if you eat it, what do you think is going to happen to you? So we really need Yahushua. We really need to be delivered, and we need new bodies, which we eventually come for the elect. All right, beginning with the elect, they're going to receive new bodies. All right, so even though, there's not like a really heavy murrain per our knowledge at this moment, all right, you do have cattle that are being physically attacked by Esau Edom with his sword at the moment. All right. And these particular things are leading to a famine. The book of Joel 1:16, is not the meat cut off before our eyes, yet joy and gladness from the house of Yahweh. So the meat is being cut off. There's an attack on meat. All right. And the enemy is doing it. All right. And there's a purpose behind it. If you attack the food and you limit the resources people can get, and you make it to where you're the only one that can provide those resources in a time of a struggle, all right, then when people come unto you, you can become unto them what Pharaoh was unto the people back in the time of Joseph. All right, in which the people can sell their lands when they have no more lands. They can come and sell their, they give their money when they have no more money. They can give their lands. And when they're done giving their lands and they have nothing else to give, they can give their bodies in a perpetual servitude, all right, and accept the MOTB. So there's really a strategy that this devil has. The book of Habakkuk 3:17. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall the fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in Yahweh. I will joy in the power of my salvation. Yahweh power is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places, to the chief singers on the strong of instruments. So Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, is a song, all right, by Habakkuk, which he's speaking about the coming of Yahweh Shai, speaking about the destruction of the wicked, all right, the rich elites being taken down, Yahweh Shai coming in the chariot, multiple chariots warring against our enemies. All right, but it also gets down to this point where it speaks about a famine, which is going to happen before all of that happened. So when this began to happen, our trust has to continually be in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, in which he's going to provide for us in that time by making our feet like hinds' feet, and protecting us and making us to stand upright, to stand sure, to not stumble, not fall, to not give in to temptation. All right, because things are getting bad, things are getting difficult, they're getting hard, and it will be even hard for us, but through our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, we will get the victory. So with that, I truly hope that this lesson was edifying. I just wanted to report on that. Until the next time,